All right, this is the left side lying knee to knee. So I've got a band, that's an option. I like the band because it gives me some tactile external feedback. I know what to push against, I know how to move, I can visually see the motion happening. Make sure that it is a very light, like literally a very light, it'll say on the band, or light band. You don't want anything aggressive. The idea here is just to maintain positions, not to force and fight through a lot of tension, okay? I'm on my left side. I have an ab mat here to elevate my feet. If you're doing this at home, it's likely that you'll have baseboards and you just stick your feet on top of those baseboards so that the outside edge can rest on the floor or the outside edge can rest on the baseboard. If not, something like this works really, really well. If you try to go straight down on the floor, it's not gonna work as well. I have my hand as a pillow, but you can use a yoga block. Actually, I highly recommend you do, to hold your head up. We wanna make sure that we have length on the right side of our body and some shortening on the left side. So I'm shimmied on top of my left shoulder to create a bit of a mouse tunnel underneath my left side. I also can think about just pushing my left hip down into the ground. So I like to say if I'm standing up, I'm just like booty bumping my friend on the left side of me. I'm driving that hip straight into the floor. What that's gonna do is take my right butt and move it closer to the wall. That's another way to think about it. Just move that right butt cheek closer to the wall, okay? From here, I'm just reaching my top, my right knee very slightly forward of my left. You can see that motion just happened. And I'm also abducting it away, so squeezing into the band, lifting up. And what I'm feeling is my glute on this right side. And I'm feeling sort of low outer butt cheek here. And it feels like it should feel. It feels like good glute work. It doesn't feel funky or tensioned up, and it does feel tensioned up on my glute. It doesn't feel pinchy in the hip. It feels nice. It feels like straight up butt work here, okay? When I am in this position, I really wanna make certain that I'm in 90 degrees of flexion. If that isn't going well for you, you can reduce it a tiny bit, maybe go to like 60, but I don't want you going super tall and straight. So stay pretty close to the wall. One of the most common mistakes is people will try to get this to reach as far forward as possible and far up as possible, and they end up extending and arching or getting their neck involved. This should all be very subtle. Again, light band just for some feedback, but we are just essentially getting the pelvis to turn. So I'm reaching that right knee forward and then abducting to get some of that glute meat on the top hip, okay? Feet are in full contact with the wall. I'm not pushing hard against it, but I feel every corner of my foot in contact. I'm driving a little bit more through my heels, and I'm maintaining a tiny pelvic tilt, so I'm not extending and arching into a sexy Instagram booty. I'm keeping my rib cage and pelvic stack, and I gotta stop because my butt cheek is on fire. Enjoy.